Hello, my name is Ryan McNeil. I'm the Chief of Police here at Ogeechee Technical College. The video you are about to watch covers a variety of topics regarding the safety of the OTC campus. These topics include our emergency evacuation plan, the OTC Alert System, active shooter response, and severe weather procedures. At the end of this video, my contact information will be displayed. Be sure to make note of this information to use in the case of an emergency. Also, please contact me with any questions that you may have about OTC campus safety. Thank you and enjoy.
Let's begin by talking about our emergency evacuation plans. Evacuation maps are located in all classrooms, which detail the evacuation route to take in the event of an emergency. Please familiarize yourselves with these maps for each classroom you utilize at OTC. The evacuation maps will also indicate the shelter areas within each building. The shelter areas identified on the maps are designated as an area within a building that can be used in order to seek shelter in the event of an emergency. Each building has an outside designated evacuation area that is explained on the evacuation map. While we're talking about the evacuation maps, let me also point out that every building has automated external defibrillators, AEDs, that can be used in the event of a medical emergency. The locations of the AEDs in each building is marked on the evacuation map. In the event of an emergency, or the need to send out a timely warning, Ogeechee Tech will utilize its OTC Alert System. There are various circumstances in which it may be required we send out an OTC alert. These include, but are not limited to, a weather-related emergency, an active shooter, a fire danger on campus, or any other emergency that would require mass communication of information. You can sign up for OTC alerts and receive emergency notifications and other important campus information sent via email or as text messages directly to your mobile phone. Signing up is easy and free. Students can sign up online for the OTC Alert Notification System at www.ogeecheetech.edu/OTC Alert. Next, we're going to walk through a few different topics that require special attention. In the event of an active shooter, your safety is the top priority of OTC. Faculty and staff are training in the proper response to an active shooter situation. And here are some tips that you can use personally to keep yourself safe. Getting away from the shooter or shooters is the top priority. Leave your belongings behind and get away. Help others escape if possible, but evacuate regardless of whether others agree to follow. Warn and prevent individuals from entering an area where the active shooter may be. Call 911 when you're safe and describe the shooter, location, and weapons. Get out of the shooter's view and stay very quiet. Silence all electronic devices and make sure they won't vibrate. Lock and block doors, close blinds, and turn off lights. Stay in place until law enforcement gives you the all clear. Your hiding place should be out of the shooter's view and provide protection if shots are fired in your direction. Commit to your actions and act as aggressively as possible against the shooter. Recruit others to ambush the shooter with makeshift weapons like chairs, fire extinguishers, scissors, books. Be prepared to cause severe or lethal injury to the shooter. Throw items and improvise weapons to distract and disarm the shooter. Next on our list is severe weather. OTC monitors several weather services and has several weather alert radios in key administrative offices in the event that one of our campuses should expect inclement weather. In the event a severe weather situation occurs that requires our attention, an OTC alert will also be sent out that will contain information you can use to keep yourself safe and avoid any dangerous areas. Additionally, there may be a circumstance that requires you to immediately seek a safe shelter area. Our next topic for discussion is the campus carry law. The state of Georgia has a law in place that dictates the carrying of a firearm on campus. The details of this law must always be followed. Campus police are also always available to answer questions about this law if any areas are of concern or are confusing. You must be 21 or over unless you're an active member of the military. The law applies to anyone on campus: student, faculty, staff, contractor, or visitor. The law applies only to handguns, revolvers, and pistols. Any long gun is not allowed on campus under any circumstances. You must have a valid Georgia weapons carry license or a permit from a reciprocal state, provided that the license carrier is not a resident of Georgia. If they become a Georgia resident, they must obtain a Georgia carry license. Active military are the exception. Certain locations are prohibited, such as classes with dual enrollment students, faculty, staff, or administrative offices, and rooms where disciplinary hearings are conducted. A weapon must be concealed. Concealed is defined as carried in such a fashion it doesn't actively solicit the attention of others. It's not openly and intentionally displayed, so it's substantially covered by clothing or carried in a bag. Where can weapons be secured when not carried on campus by permit holders? In the gun owner's vehicle. Schools will not provide weapons storage facilities. How will anyone know whether a class has dual enrollment students in it? It's incumbent upon the licensed carrier to determine when these conditions exist and not violate the law. Students may ask their fellow classmates if anyone is a dual enrollment or high school student. However, fellow students are not required to identify themselves. What's the penalty for violation? If the violator has a valid carry license, on first offense, the penalty is a misdemeanor and a $25 fine. If the violator does not have a carry license, the charge is a felony. If you choose to carry, you're encouraged to notify the Director of Campus Safety. Must the permit be on your person while carrying? Yes. What happens when high school or younger students are in common areas? The prohibition only applies to areas in current use for instruction of students who are dual enrollment. Common areas where these students may be present are not covered. Thank you for taking the time to watch our campus safety video. Before we go, let me give you a few other reminders. Tips that can keep you safe while on campus. Always keep cash, checks, credit cards, and books with you to prevent theft. Be alert to your surroundings and the people around you. When attending evening courses, park in well-lit areas. Call campus police for an escort if you're unsure about walking to your car alone. OTC is a tobacco-free campus. The use of cigarettes or other tobacco products on any OTC campus is strictly prohibited. This includes the surrounding edges of all campuses. Children are prohibited from being on campus while the student is attending class. Only brief, informal visits by students' children are allowed if they're infrequent, not distracting, and not disruptive. Remember, in the event of an on-campus emergency, please call 912-681-5667 or 911. And please visit the campus safety website at www.ogeecheetech.edu/police.